Yes, it is in July, less than 2 weeks away from Otakon, where this was very closely shot. Mary Gray, wonderful cosplayer, like her on Facebook. So today I'll be giving you guys a review of Batman Incorporated issue 12. The final battle begins. That's Talia right there. That's something I don't know. But yes, this is the almost a prequel to the finale issue of Batman Incorporated. The end of Grant Morrison for on Batman there. I really wish that the Batman Incorporated was doing the whole Forever Evil thing, because that would mean 4 more issues of Batman Villain issue 1s, which may sound crazy to you because, of course I'm not going to buy them all, but my favorite Batman villain is Black Mask, and, with the new Arkham Origins games coming out, I really wanted to see him, and for multiple reasons. I mean, the last time I saw him was, at least I saw him in the comics, was the Detective Annual. But Batman has a lot of villains. So just really wish instead of Harley Quinn, it would have been Black Mask. That's just me. But yeah, let's get into this. Comic begins right off where issue 10 left off, and you see Batman rolling in with his flock of bats, and everyone onlooking. Talia and a little Black Mask. Yes, fatherless. Yes, Batman is in these. He's in the suit of sorrows and the bat exoskeleton. You can see they're coming for him. Talia's sending the Man-Bat army off. She's got the regular bats. And next page we see Batman tells the bats to attack the Man-Bats by giving them an aura, saying "Scream, scream," and the bats, they go and attack the Man-Bats, and Batman, they're changing. They're falling from the sky. They're turning back into regular human beings. He put the Man-Bat antidote, injected the bats with the Man-Bat antidote, and he swoops in, and grabs the heretic, who's still bloody and bruised. He swoops in, takes him, as Talia's ground troops are firing at him with AKs, AK-47s, and Batman then drops the heretic, and he falls onto a little, I forget what they're called, but little, those things that hold water on top of buildings. And he's being drenched, it's falling on him. Batman lands, telling me, "You killed my son. Look at me, you killed my son. I'll show you defeat." And he puts his hand on the ground, or the exoskeleton hand on the ground, and it sends out a powerful electric shock that shocks the heretic. They start punching, let's see, and the heretic, starts punching Batman, makes it bleed instantly. "I'll beat your skull in," he says, and they just exchange blows until Batman, punches him in the gut, and then he says, "This suit's made of a meta material with a negative refraction index. See? I press here, and Batman goes invisible." There's a handle there, and the heretic remarks, "I can still hear you." And he says, "Good." He starts punching him and punching him. "You hear that? Do you hear that?" And he punches him off of the building, and they land on a blimp. It says dampering. Yes, and so the torrential rain is coming down. Torrential rain. And they land on the blimp, and Batman says, asks him, the jetpack failed. Too bad. And, Heretic, says, too bad for you, stupid old man. Batman then says, you were artificially aged in a vat. And, that's right, dude. Oh, so that makes the Heretic angry, and he starts to pull off Batman's wing, one of Batman's exoskeleton wings, and close it and use it as a spear to stab him in the bat symbol shield that he has there. And Batman is telling him, everyone's old when you're a child, programmed to kill instead of play, twisted and broken to serve your mother. And he says, I do what I want, and I'll kill you and tear you to bits. And there's nothing wrong with my jetpack. Because he begins to choke Batman, and his jetpack starts going crazy, and they fly into a building, and it looks like an office. They go flying through one side and out the other, falling down into a school bus. And I want to say the art and the paneling of this issue is really, really great. Really, really great. And then we cut to Tim and Nightwing outside of a little factory building by the docks there, where Wingman, Jason Todd, was being held. And Nightwing asked Tim, Red Robin, you get the same Sixth Sense feel thing I'm getting. Knight and Ranger track Wingman here, but into which Red Robin says, but something feels like a setup. Yeah, I got that. And last we heard of them was 10 minutes ago, but weird things. My bad guy radar is picking up nothing. The door's opening. As the door opens, we see the skull-headed, Firebird girls around, and Wingman walks out with the Knight and Ranger saying, guys, I can explain. So, next page we see, Nightwing's saying, this had better be good. Tyler's all set up to pull the plug on Gotham. To which Wingman reassures Nightwing by saying, not going to happen. But hey, thanks for the prompt rescue. They only tore out one tooth without anesthesia. And then he says, Hood, all yours. Which Hood then begins to also explain that, for God's sakes, lads, he didn't honestly think the international intelligence community would allow Bruce Wayne and Batman to launch a global private army. You seriously need to have a word with my boss, the headmistress of Spiral, who I assume this is Amanda Waller. I think. So she says, there's still time to save the city, but I suggest you leave the international super criminals to the experts. This is bigger than any of you, including him, will be able to it'll be dealt with by a higher power. Right now, we need Batman Incorporated to shut down their Ruffles ring. Then Nightwing says, as he's putting on a jetpack that Knight gives him. I know that voice, don't I? To which she says, how you've grown, but things never change. And guess what? Batman needs you. Cut back to Batman and the Heretic fighting, and the school bus, kids are scared, they're looking around. Maybe they're not scared exactly, because as I'm looking at this, they have knives and hammers in their hands. You can't see that. can't see that. Let's shuffle that. Anyways, so he punches him. Batman's punching him. He's got the upper hand. He punches him through the front window of the bus. As he says, you're a figurehead, just another thug bawling for his mommy, which I think is a little hurtful coming from Batman. I don't know what they said, but the heretic is saying, why does it hurt? It's not supposed to hurt. He's beginning to feel pain, and Nightwing and the Knight swoop down on the jetpacks and do a little combo attack, and they crack the heretic in the head with little extremist sticks, breaking his mask. As Batman says, I thought I told you to stay out of this. And Nightwing says, I ignored you like every other time. Did we get him, Batman? And Batman, kind of picks up the heretic as he's like holding his head. He says, look at me. You killed my son. My son. And heretic kind of pulls away his hand from his eyes and says, your son? Your son? And as Batman looks at him, it's Damian's face. It's Damian's bald face, like from issue 6 of that whole 666 like tribute issue before afterwards issue. So he just like, oh God, no. But heretic, and says sons are born to die in war. And Knight wants to, beat him up some more, kill him. She's saying, Nightwing is restraining him, and Batman is just kind of soaking right there, just, away. And the heretic makes his way up to into the building in the Wayne Tower, as Knight kind of squirms away from Nightwing's grasp. The W falls down from the building, preventing them from pursuing him. So then we get to Talia, and she's talking to the heretic. She says, defy me and there are dozens more, just like you waiting in the jars to be born at my command, waiting to learn from your mistakes, your failures, waiting to live and die as soldiers of Leviathan. But that is her title, is her alter ego. So the heretic is complaining. He's saying, he hit me again and again. He said you were using me. You can't just use me. He said that's something none of them ever seem to understand. I am Kali, Tiamat, Medusa. I am the Wire Mommy. And swish, end of the heretic. Yep. So there's the Red Queen, the mother of skeletons. I reap and I sow as I choose. I warn you. And then Nightwing says, Batman, we need to talk. It was with Wingman. There's a bigger picture. So Batman says, Gotham's ready to commit suicide. She needs Batman Incorporated. I'll do the rest. So, as Talia's getting onto the helicopter, she says, give the order to kill the city. I'll do the rest. Lights out. Let fall the House of Wayne. And a whole bunch of explosive light up on the heretic's back, like the chakra system, fan of Grant Morrison, you got to be into the esoteric, that's why I love him. You see that, and kaboom! There goes Wayne Tower. Continuity. Alright, so lastly, we see Talia in a helicopter. She goes to Wayne Manor and runs in there. The grandfather clock is open, and Batman is ready to face her in her new Batwoman, Red Queen, Batish outfit. It's really cool. So she says, exactly where I want you. You and I, at last. To the death, my detective. And up next, The Dark Knight and the Devil's Daughter. So that should be really good. This has been a, really nice series, at least in my eyes. I know not everybody's a big fan on big on Grant Morrison and how he does things, but all in all, I enjoy it. So yeah, thanks you guys for watching. Follow me on Twitter, Tumblr, whatever. Freaking come to Otakon. Freaking see me. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. Peace.